Hey, good morning everybody. How are you? My name is attorney Charles Zavala here from Zavala Texas Law. We are in Houston, Texas. We are an immigration, criminal defense, and small business law firm. We handle immigration cases all over the USA, and we have this YouTube channel where we answer questions or talk about recent events that are coming out. So today I'm going to talk about a little video about immigration. So if you like our videos, if you find them informative, or you think somebody you know may find them informative, you can always share it with them. We'd greatly appreciate it. So one of the things about being an immigration lawyer that is really frustrating that's going on right now is there are so many cases and not enough courts, right? And what that means is that creates a backlog. Pretend you go to a store and you're waiting to check out and there's one cashier register and there's a lot of people lined up. Same thing is going on in the immigration court system, and this has been happening for a while. And the reason why this is happening is the amount of people coming into the country is more than the amount that the court system is able to process. So, there are, and that's what kind of today's video is about. The Biden administration announced at the beginning of April that they have the intention of clearing low priority deportation cases. And what that means is they're saying, look, there's this huge backlog. Over 1 million cases are backed up. If we want to be efficient, if we really want to clear out the ones we do, we can't handle them all. So let's get rid of the ones that are low level priority and let's just focus on the big ones so we can move those along. So the questions would be, well, what's low level, what's high level, blah, 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 all that stuff. And I'm going to read that to you right here. So this was a memo that was released, and I'm looking over here because I have another computer screen. This was released on April 3rd by USCIS, which is Department of Homeland Security when it comes to immigration. And what they're doing is saying is, look, they're essentially going to have let's just call it a priority system, right? Where they're going to say, look, number 1 priority, number 2 priority, number 3 priority. If you don't fall under those 3, I think you can make the argument to the court that is going to be a low level priority case, right? And perhaps then Department of Homeland Security should not pursue it. So what's at the top, right? What's number 1 priority? Threat to national security. So that's anything that's going to be terrorism, counterintelligence, anything where national security is being threatened, that is going to be high priority. So if you have one of those cases in deportation proceedings, that's probably not going to get dismissed, right? It's not going to get terminated. That's high priority. Number 2, you have threat to public safety. So this has changed the definition over the while, but with this new memo, they have to look at the totality of the circumstances to see if you're a threat to the public. So for example, let's pretend I got accused of assault, right? And they look into the facts, and the reason why I got accused of assault is because I got a piece of paper and I crumbled it and I threw it at my friend's head. Actually, it wasn't my friend, it was somebody else, right? And hit them. That is assault, right? That person didn't want me to do that. So let's say I pled guilty to that. That's probably not going to be to the level of a threat to public safety, right? But if I went into a bar with a baseball bat and started getting some random people, yes, that is public safety. So something they're talking about in this memo is they're going to look at the totality of the circumstances to figure out what's the full picture. So that's an important one. And then lastly is going to be a threat to border security. So this kind of has the same definition it did in the past, where it's going to say if you get apprehended near the border or at the border, you're kind of going to be in the removal priorities. And it's in that order, y'all. It's going to be the threat to national security, threat to public safety, threat to border security. If you fall under something that's not under that, I think we have a good chance of fighting and saying, hey, that's a low-level priority case, and hopefully we can get it terminated. So that's what the latest memo said, and that was April 3rd. How do I think this is going to play out? I would say that when Trump was president, yeah, it was tough. Things were not getting moved along, and cases were not getting dismissed or terminated. So hopefully now with this memo, hopefully they'll get rid of a lot of deportation cases that are low-level priority. And you may be asking yourself, well, what's a low-level priority case, right? Aren't they all the same? No, for example, I have clients who have been here since like the 90s or early 2000s, and then they got caught like a few years